Hey guys, this is Janet Green coming to you from Memphis, Tennessee again, and this is day number 7 in my Prosper and Be in Health Walk series. And I just want to share with you today something. It looks like every day that I'm at this gym, I just find so much inspiration. It is amazing to me how you can see things when you're looking. You know, a year ago, the things that I'm picking up as I'm going along here, I probably wouldn't have even paid attention to it, but my mind and my heart and my spirit are open for things now. And there were 2 ladies that came in today into the gym, and as I was finishing my stretch and getting ready to walk, they came in the door, and I noticed that one of the ladies was an older lady, and then the other one was I soon identified as a caretaker or care provider. She was holding on to the older lady, and they began to walk around the gym, and I passed them up one time, and then I passed them the second time, and as I was passing the second time, I heard the older lady say to the younger woman, I heard her say, wow, I used to walk faster than this, and she's already passed us up twice. And then I heard the care provider say to her, well, you know, don't worry about that. You just walk as fast as you can walk. And 2 lessons I learned from this experience today. First of all, I was just inspired by the fact that the older lady showed up at the gym. She couldn't have walked that track if she tried, but she showed up. Even if she had to have support, she had to have somebody to balance her, somebody to make sure that if she stumbled, that she would not fall. And just the fact that she showed up was impressive to me. And then the other thing that I take from this is this: when the caregiver said to her, just walk as fast as you can walk. It reminded me of the call on Monday night with the Empower Network, the introduction of our new product, and how we were while we were on the call, how people were making thousands of dollars just in a matter of minutes. And I listened to that, and I was reading the notes on the internet, and I was just amazed. And I got off of the call, and I had 2 choices when I got off the call. I could have done like the older lady, and I could have started to compare myself to the people that were making money. And if I had done that, I would have taken the same position that she took, and that was a feeling of inferiority, a feeling of being inadequate and not doing enough, or just not being good enough. But instead, I decided that I would not compare myself with those people. And the reason I couldn't compare myself with them, I had to understand this, and whoever is watching this, you have to understand this, that all of us are in a different place in this journey. And those people that were making, and I don't mean to say those people, the leaders that were making that money and that are making that money, they are in a different place in this journey. And the biggest mistake that we could ever do is start comparing ourselves to people instead of being inspired by them. I was inspired by them. I got off of that phone and I began to make some declarations in my room, and I said, you know what, God, there is no difference. The only difference in those people that are making that money and me is the place we are in the journey. That is the only difference. They are ordinary people that are doing extraordinary things. And that's what you should do. Don't ever compare yourself to people, because it has a tendency to make you feel like you're not good enough. And then the next thing is this. Remember this. If you show up, you have a better chance at winning the fight. You have a better chance at winning the race, but you got to show up. And that simply means this. If you can't get on the calls in the morning, show up in the Ning site and get on the archives. But you got to show up if you plan to be successful on this journey. So there's one other thing I want to point out to you. On the wall there, I call it now the inspiration wall in the gym, because of all of the inspirational quotes that are on there. There's one scripture quote on there from Philippians 4:19, and it says this: I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me. Understand this, that God is our leaning post. He is our support. Just like the leaders on the dream team are our support, they're there to help us, they're there to guide us. But ultimately, when you can't get to anybody else, He is always there. The scripture says he is a very present help in the time of trouble. So if you can't find anybody else to lean on, then you can lean on God. You can trust that he is always going to be there. Now, what does any of this have to do with prosper and be in health? It has everything to do with it, because you have to understand the scripture says this, that I would that you prosper and be in health even as your soul prospers. So in other words, your soul prosperity, your mind, your intellect, how you prosper in your emotions and your will and all of those things, those are directly connected. Those areas are directly connected and correlate directly to your prosperity, your financial prosperity. So if you don't build those areas, then you can be assured that financial prosperity won't come. And if you do happen to get a lot of money at a lot of time, you'll end up like a lot of people that have poor mentalities. They end up broke. People win the lottery, end up broke within a year. Why? Because there is no soul prosperity. So I want you to be encouraged in your place in the journey. Do the absolute best that you can. Trust that God is going to be there with you. Remember this: I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. When I don't have the Ning to lean on, when I don't have other people in the dream team to lean on, I've got God to lean on. He will see us through. And he says this: I will be with you always, even until the end of the world. So we can trust that we can succeed if we have him on our side. And so until the next time, I want you to be encouraged. I want you to prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. Get that water in and get that walk on. Have a great day.